familiar faces. Yeah, we're here. So what's up? My name is Marley.
I am X the Ghost.
And we are the Black Jaegers. So welcome to the new year with us. And thank you for welcoming the new year with us. I just said that. That's two things that I said double time in a row. That's fine. But so glad to be back. So glad to be here, bringing you guys more reviews, more podcast goodies and gameplay and all the fun things. So obviously, as you can see by our display deck, we decided to do a review of none other than
Stranger Things. Yes. Yes. We decided to see Stranger Things. I fell off after season 3. I guess rightfully so for some viewers. I had to do a quick purge of the seasons, so this is I guess it's all new to me, so I'm able to speak on it so like in its real form. On top of I've actually done the first 2 seasons, so
yes. First of all, I'm gonna do a Robin style, y'all. Little known fact. X the Ghost out here actually worked on the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things, as he just said, which I think is the coolest thing. He's met all the cast. My closest thing that I have to Stranger Things is that I met Gaten. He came to my parents' restaurant and he held my baby niece. But other than that, no, not as cool as this person being on the set and seeing all the fun things. But yeah, we definitely made sure that we had to binge all of this, the rest of the seasons that we hadn't caught up on, so that we can give you guys a full, fresh review of season 5. And yeah. And can we give a shout out to Diana Ross, because she is on her second wave, honey. Like,
when I tell you they can drive a song into the ground, boy, they can sure do that. What was the other song in season 4? What was the song in there?
Oh yeah, Kate Bush.
Oh, God.
Kate Bush. Wait.
Yeah.
First of all, that's a great song. I'm not gonna hate on it. That's a great song. It's a great lyric.
Either song.
Running up that hill. That's some real stuff right there. That's some real. I gotta talk to God.
Times.
You gotta know what I'm on.
Oof.
Like, it just you gotta when you. I'm done. You guys have heard it. We've heard it a million times. I'm done. I swear, I'm done. But no, season 5 was crazy. You know, friends, of course, we were all like, you know, talking about it in group chats and stuff. And there's so much to unpack with season 5 that I feel like doesn't, it's just so much that that doesn't get touched on in season 5, from subject matter to how they end things. So
Too many plot holes, man.
Too many plot holes. So if we're starting from the beginning, like the beginning of the season, or we start from the beginning of the series, because I feel like if we start from the beginning of the series had a lot of substance, because I felt like they knew initially where they wanted to go with it, or what they wanted to do with it, at least with the first season. But again, we got some insights. So.
Kind of. I mean,
I think he would be better to break those down. I think that's what you should do. You should do season 1 and 2, because you actually work there. You know the mind behind the brother.
Well, season 1 was amazing. Probably one of the best shows that I've worked on. Just season 1 solely just because of the nuance of it being something new, and we all knowing that it's going to be something good that nobody has seen before, so we kind of thought that was going to be dope. And when it dropped, it was the biggest thing on earth, and everybody was amazed, and it was great. But money kind of brings things into different scenarios, and you kind of get too big for stuff. So first season, they actually had a practical monster. They had a person playing a monster. and from season 2 on through, it's just been animated. So I don't know.
So I think that's a big thing to touch on. So starting from effects, like they were practical in the beginning, which I think made it more authentic, and I think it made it feel more 80s, because when you look at 80s films, especially you film buffies out there,
Jesus,
80s film, especially when it comes to like horror and monsters, a lot of those were animatronic or real people, or they were all practical. It was never heavy on the CGI. It was always a little bit of it if they want to show like electricity or something like that, but it wasn't like heavy CGI. I feel like over the season, especially in season 5, like way too much CGI for me personally. It kind of took me out of it, because it's like, oh, okay, it looks cheap. When Steve and Jonathan are climbing the ladder, you can tell the CGI and that it's a fake background, and it looks cheap. When they all do the final battle in the Dune set, as I like to call it, because that's where I'm like, y'all are in Dune. It's like that whole, I wasn't feeling that either. I felt like that was completely like away from like the look and the actual feel of Stranger Things.
The
like
Vecna slow creep.
Vecna, I just, even Vecna, it's like, I know his are probably practical, but there was still some CGI stuff with his too, and it was like,
he didn't do anything.
I as effects wise, it was just too much. It was like, and it's like, we got the upside down world. I feel like the upside down world can be executed without looking so fake, digitized, because it looked really digitized. It was like when they were all there, when Elle was there with Hopper walking around with Callie, it just looked really, really digitized.
Now they do use some practical tentacles throughout, because I can tell just by looking at some of them that the ones that are close up to the camera, we'll say that the ones that are close up to the camera are practical ones for sure.
Yeah.
But all the having it be the whole house and what have you is the problem with that. And
I also saw that they used a 3D printer for the children sometimes. Like they had a 3D printer and printed out the children, all the 12 kids. So some of those effects, I just wasn't feeling.
And some effects also, and especially in the first season where it couldn't be helped just off of practicality of not being able to finish or not being able to execute. So some had to have happened that way. A lot of the van flip. The van flip was definitely supposed to be practical, and that was not the thing. I mean, the first season was great. I think it was a lot. It lasted longer than it was supposed to, as far as like shooting length. I think it was supposed to go like 5 months. It went like 8 or 9.
Oh, nice.
And then like the rest of them like ended up being like that, and then basically longer, dealing with the longer seasons. So you had that going on. Dealing with brothers directing is something new. I've never actually had to like experience that. It's definitely a thing, because it just seemed like one couldn't answer without the other. It was almost like a half brain meshed together, whole brain kind of situation. Or one does this one thing very well, one does this one thing very well, and then they need to. It was weird. But I mean, they make it work. They seem to, you have to love it. You have to love your sibling to be able to do something like that, because you're literally not even 12 hours. You talking about directors and producers and writers, and they're hours upon hours upon hours next to each other, shoulder to shoulder. Like, what do you think? What do you think? Like, that's.
You would have to be my sibling. Yeah. Or my partner.
That's
otherwise.
That's the thing. And then sometimes even when I've seen partners work with each other, and it's a bickering situation. Like they hash it out over whatever, and it happens, but I've never actually seen them at odds with each other, which is, I guess, kind of good. That's kind of what makes it work as well. I don't know. We had good people. In the first season. Second season, we had the same people. We brought a lot more, but people got replaced, as far as like the monster got replaced by digital stuff. So you have to do a lot more prepping of scenes and leaving scenes alone and shooting in with basically a recorder that's just like getting the whole scene, and they have to put their pieces in, and this is the monster, the balls and charts and the golden. All of that jive and hot film jargon that I don't know if a lot of people would know about. Yeah, I mean those were good. I have a lot to say about the second season, so that's episode 7.
We should do season by season breakdown. We should do season by season breakdown. Yeah. Just let us know, because we will do that.
Yeah, well, we can definitely do that. I don't know if we have enough time for that, because I can literally just break down oh my goodness. But
I will concur that this season felt very, very rushed. My friend said that, and I will agree with her. It felt rushed in the sense of we didn't really take our time to figure out what everybody's storyline was really going to be and how it was really going to conclude. We're just going to go kind of head first in it. And so a lot of people's storylines didn't make sense. Hopper's hasn't made sense since Russia.
Oh my
Honestly,
God, don't even mention.
Let's be real. Hopper should have either died at the end of season 3.
Was that season 3? Is that season 3 with the cannon? With the cannon? That's
season 3? Season 3. He either should die.
He should have been gone. He should have been gone season 3. That Russia thing should have been it never should have.
Or he should have died this season.
Get that out of there.
And he didn't. And it was just Russia was bad. Russia was bad, guys. I'm sorry. Not the country Russia is bad. I'm saying the whole subplot of it being in Russia is bad. And I think it's a little offensive to Russians. It's like you just come in and it's like, okay, now Russia's all of a sudden involved in the whole thing. It felt left field. And it felt like Russia got astray for nothing. And I'm like, why is he here?
They were there too long.
What is it like? And then we got real Fast and Furious when Joyce tried to save him with Murray, and they're in a plane, and Joyce is flying a plane. And I get it. It's Stranger Things. Suspension of disbelief. There's monsters. But let's kind of keep some things, believable and plausible.
Congrats to Enzo for being in there. Enzo is the many-faced guy from Game of Thrones. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
Good for you.
Good to see you.
However,
but we saw you too long, and you had way too long of a plot in there, and you were in there a long time. I'm glad that you
just to not even be in there at all. The fifth
nothing
season.
Matters. Nothing matters.
Like you weren't there, so
nothing
it's like,
matters.
That to me was silly. I know that him and Joyce ended up getting together, but I think that would have made it more.
That's silly too.
It would have made it more hard hitting.
Like it
in the 5th season if he would have killed him off. But it just means, it's like, okay, Joyce gets a man now, and that's it didn't have to be Hopper. It didn't have to be Hopper.
I didn't like it.
It could have been Murray.
It could have just been Murray. It could have just been strong. It could have been actually.
It could have been Murray.
Actually, no BS. Wow.
It could have been Murray. Murray could have been like, you know what, I'm here for you. And then they start talking, and then later on down the season, maybe they start dating.
Damn, they're both like weird like that. Gone. And they actually do have chemistry. And like they bicker a little bit.
Yeah, they bicker. The way he jumped to her and was like, "You found a letter? Hold on." And he flew to her immediately.
Wow.
It probably should have been Murray. It could have been Murray over Hopper.
No shit.
Just saying.
Wow, I didn't even think about that, but that actually would have been better.
He should win. So to me, the whole Russia sub thing, and then it's like, what do we get out of that? Do we get the only reason I see them keeping Hopper alive is to do that spin-off that starts with an M, whatever that's called.
Montauk.
Montauk.
Whatever.
That whole thing.
Man, look.
But even that.
I don't really care about these spinoffs and all of that. I can tell you another thing. I don't like these universes. If you ain't already spent like 40 years in some stuff and it's not already splayed out like Marvel and Dairy and all these other shows, then it's kind of hard to just make everything a universe, man. Like let's not make this a thing.
Right? Yeah, because I see that becoming a thing now. It's like everybody wants to make their own universe. The DC universe, the Marvel universe, the Stephen King universe. And it's like, those people created those. They've been created those universes. We don't have to all necessarily make universes just because they exist. Like, we never thought about the DC universe for years, and we've been just funneling out Batman movies. We've been funneling out Superman movies. We've been funneling out all these movies. We've been funneling out Spider-Man movies. We're not thinking about a universe, right? Until Marvel started it up. Now everybody wants a universe. Now all of a sudden, these guys are doing,
multiverses.
Multiverses. So we've got all of these things, and so they're coming out with the short, which is like 2 years of their life, and it's supposed to be in between.
1 and 3.
1 and 3, yeah, I think, or
Season
2 and 3.
1 and 3, bro. That's too much.
And then there's supposed to be a spin-off with Nancy. And then there's the play. I've not seen the play. I'm sure the play's great, but that's like Vecna's backstory.
Yeah, the play is an excuse for something that you didn't shoot.
And that brings me to my second point. So Vecna, okay, he's won. Cool, he's won. What's his motivation? He's just mad. He's angry.
What was his
Maybe I can get those answers in the play, but I don't get those answers in the show. And people who don't see the play, they probably should be able to have somewhat of their answers answered in the show.
Because everybody dies, right? Everybody's supposed to die in the plan. Like, all the Demogorgons eat all the humans
the
except for the kids.
And
right?
the kids, he has this army of kids.
So he has 12
and I get
kids.
He chose kids.
But like, what, so are you supposed to repopulate the Earth with 12 kids?
I don't know. I think he's supposed to. I think he's just creating a whole bunch of monsters, and he's going to just. I don't know. And you want to know why? Because that plan was never made clear. He never made clear how he was going to take over things. He just said he wanted to take over things, and then he said he used kids because they were weak. And we don't know why there's 12. Is it 12 because there was 12 experiments with his dad's thing? I don't know. I was trying to.
Was it though?
I was
trying to 12. It was more than 12.
And I don't know.
He was saying like 17 and
I don't know.
Wasn't it like 20
I was trying to connect them, and it wasn't connecting. That's my point. I was trying to make sense of it, and it didn't make sense. So Vecna, and then it was like. Will's trying to relate to him in the end and was like, I get it, you were taken over by this thing, and it used you, and just like I was used, and Vecna's like, nah man, I wanted to be evil.
F that.
Okay, so
explain
what was
more.
The whole point of this? Take me back.
Divulge.
Take me back.
Yeah, take me back to the cave.
Take
me back to the cave, bro.
He wanted the power, and as a kid, because as a kid, he was fucking shook. So you can't tell me that he wanted that as a kid.
The thing happened, but then it's shook. Like,
so
did they show him like growing up at all, like with the power?
The play.
Okay,
that's the play. Apparently,
I hate it.
That's the Broadway play.
It's a huge excuse to not have to tell us what you need to tell us to push the story forward.
It didn't make any sense that Vecna's here, but it's like, okay, well, by Vecna's here, he's responsible for the Demogorgons. Elle let him out. It's all whatever. That's what it is. He's gotten taken over.
Just give it a mind flayer again. Just give it a mind flayer never left type ish. Like, why even bring Vecna in there in the first place?
That's the thing. Vecna was brought in.
You don't even need to be there.
Vecna was introduced also with other villains. Like there's the black dude, sergeant villain. Have no clue what happened to him. What happened to him? What was the plan for him? What was his arc? What was his arc? Why y'all have my girl in there? Why y'all have my girl in there from Terminator and y'all had no arc for her? She came in. She seemed like she was gonna do some badass shit. Like she was gonna handle him folks up like where she needed. Went nowhere with that. And then when Elle died, it was like, okay, everything just went away, and she went away, and the experiment stopped, and the pregnant women are saved. And everybody else that's held captive is gone.
You just go to school,
and
graduate.
The experiments have stopped, and she had a change of heart after she seen this kid sacrifice herself. We didn't even get that clarity from Mike. Mike could have said that. Mike could have been like, after 11 has sacrificed herself, so and so had a change of heart, and Lieutenant Gat and Kay or whatever.
Nothing. They just disappeared.
Nothing. They just
up and
left.
They just left.
And then I'm like, okay. Then it's like, are all the kids exonerated all their charges? Like, we talking about kids in government buildings. We talking about kids stealing cars. We talking about kids taking down military personnel.
Breaking down blockades.
Poisoning families. We got to talk about kids kidnapping kids, killing people, and they're just absolved of all of that. It's just been reduced to this is a earthquake that happened in the library.
Yeah.
You keep quiet. Yeah. You don't say anything. We ain't gonna say anything. Type shit to some kids, some teenagers. Okay. Okay, suspension of
Not
disbelief.
even to the kids, to the town. You got other people that know about this. It's not just
Who,
them.
who else was there? You're telling me out of everybody, nobody else saw this other than the military personnel and the people in the battle that saw Elle in the middle of the library, in the square, in the middle of the city?
I mean, their parents know it.
No one.
Their parents, their younger siblings, and then the younger
And
siblings
then what happened
are.
to the parents?
What's up with Holly and those kids?
What
Hey,
happened to
yo,
the Wheelers?
I got another.
Where's Ted?
Wait.
Is Ted okay?
Oh shit.
Did we ever learn if Ted was okay?
No.
We never learned if Ted was okay. We don't even know if Ted's okay.
We didn't even see him in the hospital, did we?
We didn't see him in the hospital.
We only saw her in the hospital,
pay
and then
attention.
she did this whole thing.
Did my nigga fight for his life or what?
We didn't even care. We didn't even care. It's too many plot holes, bro.
That was bothersome. Bothersome that there was a lot of open-ended things.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we can get to.
Open-ended.
Okay, wait. So, all right. Holly and the kids are running right in the cave. Yes.
Which I
all right.
sentiments about.
That's a whole nother thing.
I have sentiment.
That's a whole nother thing. All right, so you see this little the little opening in the cave, right, to get through. Okay, so you see it was what Max couldn't even get through that, right? That was the hole that Max couldn't get through. Okay, you have all those kids. What's that man's name? Derek. How the hell did he get through that hole?
Delightful, Derek. I don't know. There's a lot of questions with the children that need to be answered.
How did he get through that hole, brother?
I love the actress outside of her character of Holly Wheeler, the kid. Wonderful actress. She's in Evil Dead Rise. Go see her. She's great. But Holly Wheeler is 7.
She didn't need to be a character,
mind you, in this show.
Oh.
So either y'all needed to age up everybody, which you should have done anyway, because everybody looks way older than like 15, 16, 17, 18. You know what I mean? They all look their age, pretty much. So you need to age everybody up by like a couple years if we're gonna do that. Have everybody lay low, like cool, like shit sweet, right? And then start up season 5, like okay, now here's some shit. But y'all trying to make it seem like it was back to back 96, 97, 98, and we can clearly see the difference on the people. Like I can look at Caleb's face and be like, oh, he had to shave the whole beard off.
Man,
had the whole little.
Boy,
come on now, I know we know things, so make it make sense. Holly was adorable kid, great actress. She just looked like she was 14. Which is about the same age as the kids that started the show in the first place. So why not just have them all be 14? Age Holly up. Sorry, y'all replaced the actress. So replace her, but make it make sense. Because we ain't believing that she's 7. She's not 7. She looks 7. She looks like a child. She don't look 7. Let's be real.
I didn't like
Come
her.
on.
I didn't like the story.
My niece is 7. She don't look like my niece.
I didn't like her story, to be honest. All of that was.
I think that. Yes, I think that the show has a thing with having big names and then writing storylines. Because y'all will do that. Y'all bring in big names, and then all of a sudden you gotta write in a whole thing. So you brought in this big actress because she was big in Evil Dead Rise, and now you have this whole Holly Wheeler story arc that you really need. You know what you did need to be doing? You need to be explaining what Dr. K was doing, what her whole motivation was, what her experiments were. You go more into that. Go more into Vecna, because he just kind of came out of nowhere. It's like, okay, all of a sudden, Demogorgons, Vecna.
Wait,
it's like a left hook.
Where'd he come from? What was she doing? Like, all right, not even that. She was nowhere to be found throughout the whole ending of the, where was she? She didn't go into the Upside Down after the kids. You never saw where she went. You have the general dude. This dude was just torturing people in a hot box, mind you. That was crazy. Yeah. That man put him in a metal hot box with heat lamps and was like, "Are you ready to talk?" Yeah, I'm ready. You damn right. I'm not gonna be chicken. I'm not gonna be chicken in here. I'm not chicken. I'm not bacon. What we doing? You got that going on. They don't work together at all. I don't even know where he's going. He never goes anywhere. He disappears. Where'd he go? I don't know. Does he go into the Upside Down and go after 11? Because that's ultimately who he was searching for. No, I don't know where he's at. Old girl doesn't go in there. You know who goes in there? Her little general person. her little general person that goes in there, little half-faced, burnt-faced dude. Don't make no sense. They don't call for help. She don't know where he's at no time. She don't even care. They don't even show that.
Yeah.
He goes in there, he's all through there, and then nothing else happens. I don't understand what happened with those two storylines. Why were they there? Why were they there? They never worked together? Did they not know about each other? What was going on? You know what would have been great? If they would have worked together, that could have been a superpower, and they both would have been a general in whatever the hell she was, going after 11. That would have been great.
Make them like be working in tandem or something, because you had this person who was here who was villainous and very like important to the subplot, and then just fell off. And I was like,
random.
okay, and then you did the same with my girl. You brought Dr. K in, had a very important to the subplot, and then she just fell off once everything was done. It was like, all right, I'm done.
I mean, you brought
doing,
Mad
y'all?
About You in. You brought Mad About You in, and he did his thing, and then he fell off because he had a heart, which is cool. You killed off Matthew Modine. All right, cool. So you need to bring somebody in. You could have brought that person in earlier just to, I guess, just reference a person of anything, but you bring in somebody new and then they don't do nothing.
Right.
So I don't understand. And it still feels like Matt Modine is higher than her because he's just doing all whatever the hell he wants. So who's the actual boss in the thing?
Right. And does it just end? Has Hawkins Lab experiments ended? Or is it still going? Are those pregnant women? Where are the pregnant women? Because there was a lot of them pregnant with super babies. Are they okay? Have they been released? Are they going to the hospital? Did you kill them? What happened to them? Why were we showing those things and not giving a resolution to them?
Oh, God.
You guys, figure it out.
Man.
Another thing I didn't like, Callie. I didn't like Callie. Why was she there?
Oh,
you didn't have to bring her back. You didn't have to bring her
Yo.
back. You didn't have to bring her back to piss everybody off like she was going to do a double cross, which she kind of did, and then killed her off, and then satisfied the folks. It's like you almost brought her back for no point at all, and then it was like, ooh, it's like a bug that's in your house. Like it crawls in, and it's like, oh, what are you doing here? And then you step on it, and it's like, oh, okay, that was over. Gosh. That's what Callie was. Like there was no point in her being there. There's no point in her trying to shift Elle's mind. I was pissed. I was like, if this bitch really does this because of her, and she did. Really, if you think about it, she really listened to what Callie said, and I'm pissed.
Did she though? We don't know because it's open for
I get
open
it.
interpretation,
it's open
and I hate that too.
But the Duffer Brothers did explain that Elle had to go away, not die.
Stop it.
Go away.
I even hate that story.
So
Here's why I hate that story. I hate that story because this whole time we have wanted 11 to have a family and just something warm and to be fuzzy all inside. And she never gets that. She never gets it. In fact, she's the only one that dies. Of importance. Does that make sense? Hell no.
And then you guys are like, she represents magic and children's. I'm like, so the magic dies? I don't know. Like, what are we saying? That it's like hopeless to have some kind of reprieve after living a life that's been in peril for your whole life, after living a life of abuse, after that whole soliloquy Hopper had for her. The whole soliloquy Hopper had.
She got bullied in California.
And she still gets obliterated at the end, literally obliterated. Like, okay.
I didn't like the suit she had on. The suit looked too new for 1980, whatever the hell that was, because that looked like a space suit right now.
The tight suit.
That didn't make sense. I hated all the outfits that she ever had on, because what the hell, other than the Goonie outfit that she had during training, the only other time where she really had something cool on, other than episode 7, which really wasn't that good, because episode 7, can I tell you what episode 7 is? And I just represent it by just episode 7, and if you know, you know, because in episode 7, I hate it. Episode 7 was the worst episode of the whole series. The whole thing. It didn't make no sense. You got random kids here. Oh yeah, we all out here with misfits, and none of that made sense, and none of that even mattered. And then you bring the most stale person in that episode to come back, and oh my goodness. You could have brought the skateboarder, you could have brought the mohawked dude, you could have brought the big buff dude. You could have brought him. Any of them would have been cool, other than that one that just really didn't give you anything, and she still didn't give you nothing. On the screen, she gives you this. Yeah. Do that.
What about Callie?
nothing. She's stale
Talking about Callie.
as hell. Stale as
It
hell.
was pretty bad.
You give me that. That's what you
bothersome.
bring back. You bring back that. Is it because it's
Bothersome.
ambiguous and you bring it back Indians? No offense to the Indians. I mean, that's great. That's cool.
We
I
love
like the inclusion.
representation.
But damn it, you could have. Give me something else.
But representation.
Not that.
And substance. Representation in a good
Give me something else, bro.
storyline.
Like,
representation and not just bring the girl in and kill her.
she didn't need to be
You
there.
brought the girl in, had her stir the pot,
You
and then
killed
let
her.
her die.
You killed her, and then that's the only person that you truly kill. I tell you what, Max should have died in whatever season that was because she got bent whatever the hell backwards and she couldn't even see. Matter of fact, she should be in a coma. She should be something.
She should still be
She
in a
should
coma.
not
She
be
cannot be
fine.
fine.
Hell
She
no.
cannot
She
be
was halfway through it. Ain't no way, bro.
Yeah, both
Vector
arms.
breaks, 4 limbs is done.
4 arms and
You
4 legs
went
are
through
pretty
2 limb breaks. 2 limb breaks and your eyes is done. Y'all, wasn't her eyes like opaque?
Yeah,
She
they were
couldn't even
bleeding.
see.
She was bleeding out of the
She
eye.
should have died, boom, right there. That should have been it. I'm sorry,
Should've
Lucas.
been- That would have been fucked up.
I'm
to
sorry,
see.
Lucas.
Oh my god.
You can find somebody else, bro. You still young, bro.
No.
But Max, no, I'm sorry, bro. Like that whole little family thing gotta die off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But Dacre, I love you, bro. Dacre is dope. What's his name? Billy.
Long live Billy.
Dacre's dope.
And long live Eddie.
You know what? I like Eddie too. Eddie
I
was
love
Eddie.
Eddie.
Eddie was good. I'll say this about Stranger Things.
Joseph Quinn
had a busy
schedule, so he had to come up.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, he used to.
They had great, yeah, because he
Wow.
did Gladiator and Fantastic Four and whatever. He's had a great run. But I'll say this: they've had great add-ons to the show that kind of pushed it forward, and that's one of the good things I would say about that show. Without Sean Astin, right? Without Billy, and without what's old boy? Eddie. Without Eddie, I don't know. Season 2, Bob is in there, making it work. Bob dies, that pushes it forward. Like, damn, that's crazy. What was season 3? Season 3 was Dacre. Season 3 was Dacre, but Dacre came in on season 2, right? He came in on season 2. He had his thing. Came in season 3 again, and he's now this person, right? Then he dies, and then you
Same
have
came in season 2?
yeah, they both came.
Oh.
That was the
okay.
that was the
I just-
challenge
yeah,
to
That was okay. Mad Max.
yeah. So you know what? I'll go like this. I like some of the character arcs. I hate most of them. Right? I love Will. Will is probably the top actor in my opinion throughout the whole show, just as far as range and talent, because that man is amazing. When I tell you, as a kid in season 1, he was amazing, and I've always thought he was amazing. Between him, Gade, and Caleb, I'll throw Millie in there.
Oh, shut up.
I'll throw Millie in there, but Noah's amazing. Noah's amazing.
I did not like his scene though. I did not like his coming out scene, and not because he was coming out, because of the people that were in there. It did not need to be everybody in there.
It wasn't as intimate as it should have
wasn't.
been.
It started off intimate, and
And then it zoomed out.
that was tugging on the heartstrings, and then everybody decided they wanted to join, and then I'm like, everybody don't really need to be there. I'm sorry if I was coming out. I'm not telling. Everybody don't got to be here. Callie can get the fuck out the room for sure.
Callie was in
Callie,
there too.
get out.
Murray was
Didn't
in there.
hug me, mugging in the corner. Get out.
Get out
Why are you
there.
in here?
It should have
Why are
been. It
you
should have
in
been
here?
Joyce. It should have been
It should have
Joyce.
been
It should have been
his family
all of the losers
and his friends,
It
his
should have
best
been,
friends,
and
that's it.
and
And Robin, because Robin helped him get there.
I mean, his brother got to be there too.
You know what I mean?
Robin gotta
yeah,
be
his
there.
family, his
But other
besties,
than
and Robin.
that, like,
everybody else,
you know,
do not be in the because that's an intimate thing. It's not like that's a very, very big thing. It's a big thing to do, and yes, shout it to the world for sure. But like when you have that fear and this is like an important thing to you, especially as a child, not all those people need to be in there. Not double crossing Callie needs to be in the fucking room with you. She don't even give a fuck about y'all. I'm like, hey, look. we're planning to leave anyway after you guys. Like, she's, you know what I mean?
And
So
then
some
even
things
when you
just didn't make
did
sense.
that, you made that a thing, and you've kind of dropped hints throughout the seasons, and I understand that. I'm kind
which
of
is
happy
great.
about
It's
that,
beautiful.
which is cool.
And I did. A part of me was like, oh, if him and Mike. But I get it. It wouldn't have been able to happen. And Mike was Will's Tammy. Per the Robin story.
Per the Robin story. And that makes sense.
And that I'm okay with.
That makes sense. I just didn't like how his story ended, because you never really get to see him go and flourish in his element. You never get to see it. You only get the
At least he
snippet.
got a partner. Yeah.
You only get the snippet. You don't even know if that's his partner. That could have just been a friend. You don't even know what the hell's going on with that. He's just smiling and he's happy. Good for him. But
a tinge more happy.
That's all you get to see. That's all you get to see. Like,
for him to find love like everybody else.
He's been unhappy all 5 seasons. He's been unhappy and uncomfortable all 5 seasons, and the one shred of happiness that you show him with is a snippet at the end of a bunch of clips that you threw together because you didn't know how to end it. On top of, you had too many plot holes to finish up, and it was already 3 hours long.
What happened
What
to
are
Erica?
we doing?
What happened to Erica? What is Erica's ending?
I
They didn't even show Erica. Where is Erica's ending? What did she end up doing? Nothing.
don't know.
You showed everybody else that was a big character, right? She's a big character, right? She's a sister, little sister, or is it only little sisters matter when they've had big careers before and are just not okay.
I don't know, man.
You know what I mean?
know.
You see how Holly's ending is?
She helped out a lot.
We saw what happened to Holly at the end.
She got her ass beat. That was crazy.
No, I'm talking about like at the very end. Holly Mike's sister.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about Erica went through all of
right.
it. Like, she helped out,
what
got beat up by the kids.
End?
You don't really know what happens at the end. Like, what grade she in? Was she even at the? Was she even at
graduate with everybody?
Was she at the graduation?
She was just a graduation, but it was like.
But she was sitting in the stands.
Yeah, she was in the stands.
Okay, because she's not that age.
She's a younger sister. So
I don't know, man. Like, and then so she's like a level right above Holly, right? And she's under Kayla. So like she's like in this crazy thing that nobody else is in with her. Like she's like this certain. It's kind of weird. Cause who is she? Cause damn, he died. Damn. Because she fit in with them. She was younger than them, but she fit in with them, and that was like she was cool. The Hellfire Club. But
I mean, yeah, she technically
fit in with them, but then it was like boy died because he was the leader, right? And then who are her friends? Did she ever have friends?
I don't know. See, and that's my problem too. So
she's never had. She was always by herself. She's always been in her room. I guess she references friends. You never really see them, and you don't really know what's up with her story.
She had an old girl that she poisoned that was her friend, but then they stopped being friends in that show. But there was not enough. There was definitely not enough character development for Erica.
It's like you bring her in, but she's not big enough to even to have a story for. But she has too many pieces in there that she's too big for. It's
too
almost
vital.
It doesn't make sense.
It's almost like you almost brought in a black woman character to offset the lack of black representation, black women representation in that show.
That's true.
But since you didn't really care about the storyline as much as you cared about affirmative action, then we don't really have a storyline. I don't know. Just a theory. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's what it can come off as if somebody's looking at it. Especially from
especially because the black mom didn't really have a thing in there. Their parents didn't really have a thing in there. But I will say this though, this is probably one of the few shows.
Everybody else's parents were an ass.
This is one of the few shows that has had a black family together. I will applaud that solely just because of that. Like having a black man, black woman together, not just the black man is gone or doing some stupid stuff or deadbeat or something. They're both together, just a normal family. I can applaud that. Other than that, they ain't do nothing. They ain't do nothing. They hold Erica. Alright? They made Caleb get with Max. Not mad at it. Kind of mad at it. They don't even fit. They don't even have the chemistry.
We're not even talking on a sense of color.
Oh gosh,
their personalities don't fit.
I guess they went on a date at the end finally,
and it just didn't work.
It's not good.
It felt kind of cringy with the whole any
close scene they had. It just did not mesh. They did not have good chemistry there at all.
Cringy.
Even Mike and 11 had more chemistry than that. Like and not for nothing, Millie just kind of deteriorated throughout the whole seasons. Like it just got worse.
Here's another point, you guys. A sidebar: actors shouldn't get any kind of like fillers or Botox or anything that it should be in their contract to not do that stuff because it can really alter your face, especially when you're a certain age. Like me, I am a 30-something myself, and so for me, climbing up to the age that I'm getting ready to reach, the big 04, a person like me would probably consider Botox or fillers or something to keep everything plump. And you don't need that if you're in your 20s. And what I'm getting to is that we've seen certain people on there in the show who everybody's been kind of talking about has the Botox and fillers, and it just took away from all of the emotion that could have been shown in the show. We all know who we're talking about. We all know who it is. Number one person that's been giving us fucking emotion, giving it to us since season 1, had us in shambles as a kid because she was that talented of an actress. And still is pretty talented. But I'm looking at this girl's face and she can't even frown.
I can't even tell
she can't even have you can't even look serious at me. You can't even scrunch your eyebrows. I'm looking at Maya's face. Maya's scrunched. You can see the scrunch, and that's fine. But when you can't see the scrunch and it, like you're really trying, it was like really trying to work through the Botox, and I'm like, I can't. It's taking me out of it. It's taking me out of it.
It's just like old girl from the
Especially when you've seen somebody's face naturally move and naturally make facial expressions, you know they got that in them. So when you see, like, you literally see them fighting their face to do it, like, it is a little sad. It is sad. And so that was another element. It's like, whatever floats your boat, finds your lost your boat. If you want to get Botox and fillers, I'm not knocking that at all. That's you. But understand, it is an actress, as somebody who's going to be on camera and on film, it's gonna be noticeable. It's gonna be noticeable. And if it's not something that you want people to think is noticeable, probably shouldn't do it. So that's a whole thing, and it contributes to the show because your acting is affected by not being able to move your fucking face to make the facial expressions. You can say the words, you can try to empathize and try to look as empathetic as possible, but if your face can't convey that, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Y'all wanted me to cry when she was about to get obliterated. I'm not convinced.
I can't even feel that.
I'm not convinced.
And she didn't even get
all
obliterated.
These moments with her and Hopper, I'm not convinced. The moment with her when Will came out, I'm not convinced. Stop doing stuff to your face, you guys.
I don't know.
Stop doing stuff to your face.
Nancy and Jonathan's marriage that didn't marriage, that did marriage, that never marriage. Like at the end of it, she never had a ring.
I guess it was symbolism because the ring fell when they were kissing anyway after she accepted his proposal, which to me symbolized that the marriage will probably fall.
You dropped and
eventually,
ring.
like the ring got thrown, yeeted. The ring got yeeted. So yeeted. Go back and watch it. You think I'm playing? That ring got yeeted, and so when the ring got yeeted, I was like, oh, that means that the marriage will probably get.
I hate her story. Matter of fact, Nancy, dog, you on this Twilight binge. Hey, look, girl. Man.
No chemistry. That's crazy because it's your real life husband. But y'all, you and Jonathan.
Man,
y'all know y'all shouldn't have been together. It should have been Nancy and Steve, or Nancy and nobody.
And I feel so bad for Steve. Steve got
Smith.
Can I tell you something about Steve? Steve in every season got his ass beat.
You smashed this dude.
In every season he got
him first. first.
He got his ass beat.
And then you went with you smashed him first, started hanging out
Then
with Jonathan,
she-
told Steve you weren't
cheat.
hanging out
That
with
was
him.
like almost a cheat,
and
right? Then you said
then you
love
got
him.
caught with him.
Oh Lord.
Then you said you didn't love Steve.
Oh my
you
gosh.
you have slapped Steve in the face so many times that man don't deserve a
he
poor
don't
Joe
deserve
Carey.
that. He don't deserve that. He's been lost
And
ever
then get
since
with
then.
Jonathan. Jonathan don't
In
even
his
want to
face.
deal with you. Jonathan like, hey man, I gotta tell her somehow that we ain't going to the
Like,
same
we ain't trying to go
college,
to the
man.
same
I'm trying to
college.
smoke weed
I
in
gotta-
Cali. Like he's not focused
Like-
on. They were just not. And then they had those confessions to each other. The confessions
The
were a
confession
little
was
weird.
wild, bro.
I hate the song you play that reminds you of your brother. I hate this. Should I say or should I? I hate that song and I disassociate when I hear it. Is wild. You
That's
don't
literally-
love this man. You don't give a fuck about Jonathan.
That's
you don't give
that's
a
literally his
what?
anchor song that saved him from being killed.
That's
You
him and
said
Will
you hate that
Speeding.
song.
And
That's
you said
kinda
you
crazy.
disassociate when he plays it. That's wild, D.
That's crazy.
And I get the truth out for y'all get married, but maybe that should have been like,
That was,
yeah,
you should have held that
maybe.
one.
You know,
should have held that one.
upon further investigation of us confessing this shit,
You should have
maybe we
held
shouldn't
that.
even do this at all.
You
Like,
gotta heal it. You gotta
Whoa.
hold something, bro. That's
Like,
something you gotta hold. That's a wild.
that's
That's a wild one.
crazy.
That's a wild one.
Thank
to
you
do.
for keeping it a buck, but that buck would have been it. I would have given you your buck and been like,
They're in different
hey.
states anyway. At
And
the
you're in
end,
different states.
they
You're
don't
like,
even get married. Nothing
y'all should have broken
happens.
up anyway. Y'all should have gotten together.
I don't
She
know.
should have been with
Steve-
Steve. Steve wanted 6 kids.
Steve's
Now
now-
he's got to vicariously be like a coach
Like,
so he can have
so
6
he has
kids.
like 12 kids. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. You know, and Steve, I feel bad for Steve.
Poor Steve.
Sorry,
Jesus.
Steve.
Y'all did not
He
get.
didn't
And then
deserve that.
and then the reunion. Somebody said like it felt like them coming together for the Stranger Things reunion, and that's what it kind of felt like.
That was
There was
rushed.
no chemistry. Nobody had really grounded of what they were doing. It was like, yo, Steve's coaching and she's doing this and that, but nobody was really solid on like where they were really at and what they were really doing. And you guys are trying to throw so much in there, but not enough in there at the same time that it got very confusing. And that definitely felt rushed. Of like, oh, well, let's do this once a month, and da 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 da. It's just,
And then Robin's in there. I don't really care about Robin that much for her to even be in the
I feel like
in the
Robin
final.
put it in there.
I don't
she,
care.
She did this. She went through a lot
She
with
was
Steve.
every job that she had was with
but
Steve.
her and Steve.
Every job that she had was with
Okay.
Steve. It didn't matter. She never had her own thing. I don't know.
You
Steve
telling
has
me
his
Robin wasn't in this?
man. What man? Robin wasn't gay if you ask me. Because damn, they should be together. But hey, whatever. Steve has his own thing. Jonathan has his own thing, and Nancy has her own thing. But what does Robin have?
She has.
What does she do?
She has ambition. I think she could have been there. And I'm gonna say this. I think you should have played Joe Carey's song. I think you should play a song. Is you go back to the end.
It just didn't fit. But you know what else didn't fit? Them Prince songs. And
No,
and don't
not at
ever-
all. First of all, I would have taken that. I would have taken Joe's song.
Man.
I would have taken that song on TikTok, playing in that moment in the future.
Don't
In the
ever-
future,
Don't ever
it's
use
the
Prince
future that
songs
they meet
again
up.
in a-
Then you guys
don't ever do that
disrespecting
again.
Prince.
Don't
Y'all know
disrespect
that man
dude
said
no
don't
more.
put his music in shit, and
You know
y'all
how
wait
it
until
was.
that man
Pass.
in the grave,
Lose his
10
rights.
feet below.
Lose his rights to his songs and stuff, and now you can
And
use
it's
it
public
whenever.
domain, so y'all can do that. Purple Rain didn't fit.
Yeah.
When Duff's Cry didn't fit.
No.
None of that shit fit. You
It's-
could have put anything
It's
else.
just like making
You know
a
what I'm saying?
Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Because
Yeah.
they lose the rights, you can make any kind of horror movie. And that's why you got these terrible horror movies with all these dumbass characters. It don't make sense. Stop doing stuff like this. Don't bring him into
You
it.
telling me that you couldn't have done any other song?
You could have did something else. And you did two
Any
back.
other
You
song?
did two back to back, almost
Hold
like
on.
flexing.
You
flexing
telling
the
me you
chops.
couldn't done any other song?
That's pretty
When
bad.
did Changes by Dolly Parton come out? Y'all got me fucked up.
That's pretty bad.
When did Changes by Dolly Parton? Because that's perfect. That's 80s, isn't it? 70s? I don't know.
Let's not. Let's not do Prince again, please.
Don't
for
do
the future
Prince.
of
It just was not.
the future.
And people were like, I was boohoo crying. Ooh.
Oh, the hairstyle was crazy.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna give it that. Changes came out in 1995. But I know that you guys could have figured out another 80s song that was just as heartbreaking that you could have put in there instead of Dove's Cry and Purple Rain. And then it's like, we want to make history as the first person to ever use Prince's music in a show. Prince would scoff, and you know he would.
Man, look, Prince
He would
guest
be
starred on some stuff, but I tell you what, he's very picky about what he's stepping on, and I don't know if he would want to step in that. I'm gonna just say that. What? Let me see. I think did we do everybody's character break? I think Dustin's is probably between Dustin and Steve. Those two, man. I really like Dustin's character development just because of how he went through his whole little thing. He never really had a father figure because I don't know where the hell his dad was. Did the dad die?
Who?
Dustin. Never. I don't know. It's just single mom, and I like his relationship with his mom. I loved how his mom acted. She was so funny every time she was in there. I loved her. She was great.
Y'all could have used, because I'm still on it. Y'all could have used Cyndi Lauper time after time. Why?
I think they already used that though. They used that in one season.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
I think they actually no. I think they used that for that dance, that snowball dance. Actually.
Cutting crew. I just died in your arms tonight. I don't know. You could have did something.
I mean, the Smiths were mentioned, but they're not doing that. The Police. I don't know.
The Cure.
I don't know.
Yeah, every breath you take. Do every breath you take. Slap Diddy in the face.
Oh, Jesus. It still has a negative connotation to it, and I'm pretty sure that he's probably rocking straight digits for that song. How much
do
money
Kate
he
Bush
getting
again? She got more songs.
No.
Just do some.
I don't know.
Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Yeah, Total Eclipse of the Heart. Oh, jeez.
Y'all could have done so many, and y'all chose Prince, and I think y'all did that intentionally. It's like, do you even like Prince?
Leave him alone.
Do you even like Black?
Let's not.
Like, no, I'm just kidding.
But I did like Dustin's character arc. He ended up being like, why do I keep forgetting this man's name?
Eddie. He didn't have to go so hard. Like, I feel like he went a little.
It wasn't that believable.
It was like over dramatized.
Yeah. Principal would have snatched Mike. Although he tried to do that, I just.
Are you talking about The Graduate? I'm just talking about like the whole season. Like, he didn't have to be as dramatic as it didn't have to be such a flip of like, I'm this bad boy now. It's like, yes, you can be a bad boy. But it was like almost over late. Like,
he didn't even come off as a bad boy to me though. Like, he came off as somebody who was rebellious. Like, he was just repping his friend that everybody hated on.
But
so
it was almost like it was too much.
He's always struck me as somebody who would do that for like a cause.
He's outspoken, and I feel like he would have just been more outspoken or more withdrawn, not more like overly. I'm fine, and don't worry about it. Like, I don't think he would have ever like pushed away his friends or anything like that. I think it would have. I don't know. I think there needed to be.
I kind of understood that part just because I get the rebellion really
because his friend died. I get the rebellion. They didn't really care about Eddie dying. But I just felt like it was almost.
It felt like nobody cared about Eddie dying other than Dustin. That's what it felt like, and he was the only one that was raising his banner.
I just felt like they were trying to overdo it with him being rebellious. Rebellious, I have no problem with. I just feel like it can be done in a way that doesn't look like it's oversaturated. Like, oversaturated, I'm upset type shit.
I don't know. It almost felt like he took after Eddie too, because Eddie was over the top. So, I don't know. I like that part. I like Dustin all in itself. His whole little thing. I just wish he would have. What happened to his girl? What happened to old girl? What's her name?
Girl that called the Dust Buns.
What happened to her? What happened to her?
Did they ever get together?
They just broke up?
We don't know.
What happened?
Were they ever really together? We don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
We don't know. No one knows.
There's too many plot holes.
What happened to the pizza shop dude? What happened to him?
Yeah, what happened to him? He just went away. Did he get with old girl's daughter? Old girl's sister?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's too many plot holes. You know what? That should be the title. Too many plot holes. That's crazy. Too many plot holes.
There was not enough. There just wasn't enough tying in. You guys tied it up, but it could have been tighter.
No, did they tie? Man,
there's some loose knots that you tied.
It was holes in that bag that they tied it in.
It was holes. It was like And it's like, I get it. They do the whole D&D thing in the basement. That's cute.
That's
I
cute.
don't have anything wrong with that.
I do, because I
nothing wrong
don't
with them
know if
putting their
Max
books
would have
up.
just been there doing that. That didn't make sense.
Oh,
and
Max being there.
the story was nice, and I liked how they brought 11 into it, like through vis-a-vis the story itself. That's nice, and the whole breakdown of all the little snippets of the stories of where he thinks that they would go. That's also nice, although that's the only time you see Will with the person that he might be with, whatever. And then like you got that the fresh date, and you got Gaten is just in college by himself again still with old boy that's by himself again still. And then what's Will doing? What's Mike doing? What's Mike doing? He's just a writer, and he never finds anybody else. Is he just alone for is he just this hermit writer that just writes out stuff by himself? I don't know. I don't like how none of
I feel like it could have been more thoroughly explained, and then it was a long ending sequence. Like,
oh my God,
we had at one point thought the thing ended, and so we were like, oh shit, it's getting to the end.
Done.
And then we paused it, and it was
like,
an hour left.
It was like 45 minutes left.
Like,
and I was like, oh damn.
Never mind, we're not done.
Hold on.
There's still a whole hour epilogue. It wasn't even another battle or alluding to anything else. It was just a really long epilogue. It was which still had holes in them.
It had a lot of fillers in there too. It had filler, but it had holes which don't make sense. And then on top of that, nothing really wraps up. And then even if the stuff that wraps up don't make sense, and then it's very rushed. All in all, damn.
I don't hate the ending, because there's been worse endings, and we've seen them. We've seen real bad endings. We've seen endings where we were like, no.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Do I hate the ending?
I don't even believe the kids.
No.
How does a kid talk about some split up, and that's for maximum damage on this humongous.
Yeah, the fight was
You mean to tell me that he feels little nails into a trash can lid, and he's screaming about that big ass thing?
I don't know.
All
but
right.
They said hit points, so they're looking at
hit points. My ass. You
hit
one spot over and over again.
It will damage it significantly.
That's your size. You know what?
The final battle was fast. It was quick. That was quick. There's a lot of running.
They wasted Will's potential.
Will's potential was definitely
that made no sense. He never really fought him. Vecna was fighting 11
and overall, what's the point of Will's powers? What's the point of Will? What is the point of Will? And I'm not saying that he's not important. We all know that he was important. We all know that he was chosen by Vecna. We all know that he was chosen because he was weak and different and all of that. But
I guess, what
is the ultimate resolution to that? Does Will still have powers?
I don't know.
Or did they cease? Did they cease when Vecna died?
When the wormhole is
when the wormhole closed,
did
he cease his powers? Would that mean that if 11 were somewhere, her powers were ceased? That's whole other discussion.
I don't know.
I just felt like with Will, it was cool that you had this twist that like he is able to connect with Vecna and the other.
I guess.
But there should have been more of an explaining of why, other than he was a weak kid that got chosen. And then I did not like the beginning sequence of the episode where Will is running and his face is CGI'd on there, and you aged him down, and you made him look. You used his adult face, aged it down to his kid face, and then put it on another child's body, CGI'd it, and then made him run. It looks cheesy, and we noticed that. I work in film, I noticed that, and it's so cringe. It's so cringe. Replay the footage from the first season, please. Replay whatever footage you have from the first season. Do not try to CGI some shit here. It's gross. It was gross. And it was annoying, because we're looking at it and we're like, that doesn't look right. Why does his face look CGI? Because it didn't have to be. You have the footage of him the thing.
Doing
Just
the
go
same-
back and look
the
for
same
it.
exact thing.
Did you delete it?
The
What?
same exact thing. You didn't even need to expound beyond it because we kind of already got the
You
gist
didn't
of what
need
the
to. You
hell was
did not
going
need
on.
to. We already know
He
that Will
sings
was
an anchor
captured.
song. 11
How
guys
does he
sees
get
where
out of
he's
there?
at. They get
Yes,
him, they
you
grab him,
made the
that's
point
fine.
that he has all these
You don't need to
powers.
show that.
Got
On
it.
top of that,
You went back to do the backstory, but
you didn't need to do that. On
You
top of
didn't
that,
do.
why was it different for Will and Holly? Here's my question. Will gets taken, the little tube thing is all the way down his throat, right? It took a long time to rip all of that out. For Hopper to take all that out of Will. And then not even that. Will throws up, what does he throw up? He throws up Dart.
yeah,
Alright, cool. Because that was, alright, cool.
the monster in the third.
Got you. Now, Holly gets captured. They're in a completely different cocoon, which makes no sense. Easy to break out of. Obviously, because the kid just like, rip out. That's crazy.
They ripped
The
themselves
tube,
out.
the tube thing's not really a tube, and what's inside of them is the little dust stuff. The little dust. That don't make sense. And she just and it's just out of there.
And it's gone.
That makes no sense.
Okay.
Why is it two different abductions? Why is it two different designs? If it's the same person, it makes no sense. If Vecna was behind the whole thing this whole time, it should have been the same thing twice. It makes no sense why the first one would be Mind Flayer if they're both the same thing. And if one was already there doing that stuff anyway, it would be the same thing for the first one as the same thing for the second one. And they both were completely different. Did you forget how you did it the first time? It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
I don't like it. Boo. Tomato.
Just be consistent. If we're gonna start something and be like, okay, well, this is the process. It should always be the process like that. It shouldn't just be, okay, well, now it's different here because we noticed that. And I think something that fans and filmies appreciate is when there is the continuity is magnifique and persistent. Because we noticed stuff, just like we noticed the kid, Holly, when she was trapped in the thing, her Under Armour.
Her Under
That didn't
Armour
exist in the
is
80s?
Nuts.
Come on now.
Nuts.
Like, they gonna point that stuff out. They're gonna throw you in the bus. So don't do those things.
Under
But
Armour.
and not to say that it wasn't bad. Season 5 had some great moments.
They had some
That
feel-good
I
moments.
absolutely love. I love that Max was able to escape and have that moment with Lucas.
No.
I love me some Erica. Anytime she's on there is great. I
She's
love
great.
that Murray
Mariah's
saved everybody.
Murray's
Let's
awesome.
be clear.
Murray's awesome.
Murray saved everyone. If he did not throw that fucking grenade at that plane and take out the little sound machines that was gonna fuck Callie and
Would've been
Callie
clapped.
and 11
Would've
up,
been clapped.
everybody would have been super clapped.
Murray's
Super
good.
clapped.
Murray's alright.
Loved Murray. I love the fact that Joyce got in there and decapitated Vecna. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. And then she said you fuck with the wrong family.
It was
She
too
dropped the
long.
F-bomb.
It was way too long. But she's like all of 75 pounds. Man. Like,
Right.
she swung that thing like
She swung
25
the shit out of it,
times.
and I know she was really swinging.
Like
it. I know
Jesus,
she
can
was
we
really
can
swinging
we
that
cut
bad
the
boy.
head off or no?
Right, can we be done?
Can we
Can
do
we be
it
done?
or no? Like I understand you, and then it like went through all of the times that he messed with them. I'm like, oh man, this is such a
For Eddie,
drawn
for
out,
Barb,
such
for
a
Bob.
drawn
I
out
get it.
death.
I get it.
My gosh.
It was drawn out. The battle was short, but the death was drawn out.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Whatever.
It just is a lot of stuff. There was a lot of the story. There was a lot of stuff that was like fillers that was drawn out in the season, but then everything else was fast. The Hawkins thing with K, Dr. K was fast. Everything was fast. It was like everything was kind of rushed.
It just felt like
But
a collage.
but there were definitely some
pictures.
beautiful moments in there. Some cinematics and camera work that were just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, they will forever be known as like the upside down camera works and all of that. Shout out Tim Ives for being the person who thinks of that. He's amazing. Love you, Tim Ives. You're great. Between you and Bob Gorlick, you guys are amazing.
Shout out to the Lions.
Shout out to the Lights. Dan Murphy also as well. But I think beyond that, man, like it just fell short. It took too long to finish, and it felt rushed at the same time. But all in all, it will be a culture changing situation. It's already got pop-ups and plays, and it's probably gonna have rides at wherever the hell what
does. It already does.
You know what?
And I've been crazy? There. I've been to the pop-up here in
Mark
Atlanta.
this right now. I'm gonna say this right now, and if it happens in whatever year it happens, it's gonna be amazing because I'm gonna be the first nigga to say it. Netflix is gonna have a theme park. Netflix is gonna have a theme park. And it's gonna have all the little stuff in there. Watch, mark my words.
They're getting there. They're getting there.
They're already big. They already bought the thing. They can have a Universal Studios, just like whatever. It could easily happen. If Netflix hears this, they're gonna be like, hell yes, and they do it anyway. Give me some proceeds. Look, man, it's gonna happen.
Some proceeds.
Yeah. Of course, you know. Yeah. The us.
Oh, black egg wrists.
Yeah, with an S, hard ass. But yeah, nah, you know, yeah, it's gonna happen.
I like that. It will. The pop-ups are great. No, Stranger Things was always going to be a staple. It came out, 2016. It's been 10 years in the making.
It's the reason for Netflix being Netflix.
We fell in love with the 80s because of it. We fell in love with old 80s jams because again because of it. We've got things like Demogorgon Crunch. Go buy this fucking cereal.
Oh man, I almost left the video without even talking about this. When I tell you,
please go buy Demogorgon.
Can I tell you how good? Hey yo,
please go buy
Demogorgon
Crunch.
Wait. Let me. I'm gonna reverse.
It's amazing.
I'm gonna rewind. I don't even like marshmallows in cereal. I'm a plain Jane. You know what I mean? I don't really like the marshmallows. I really wasn't that person. When I tell you this cereal's good with the marshmallows and everything else, I don't even care what's in here. It kind of tastes. It's like a syrupy waffle-y kind of taste. Yeah. With the marshmallows in there, it tastes like Waffle Crisp. If you know, you know. That's like my favorite cereal growing up. It was amazing. It's amazing. Kellogg's, you got one with this one. I'm getting boxes until it ain't no more boxes. Cause damn.
Yeah, Demogorgon Crunch is freaking amazing.
Very good.
I love their pop-ups. I went to their pop-up, and it was so much fun, and I enjoyed myself. I love the shows. I will have to say that my favorite seasons probably are 1 and 4. Yeah, definitely. Or 1, 3, and 4.
She loves Eddie.
1, 3, and 4. Eddie is dope. Eddie is dope. He represents the nerds. He represents the weird kids. He represents everybody that's different, that's misunderstood, and I fuck with it. I fuck with Joseph Quinn. Great actor.
He can't carry that season because that whole season, you know what happened with that whole season? Russia. That I cannot say season 4 for me. Other than Eddie, that is the only reason why I would even stomach season 4. Jesus.
Yeah. Because season 4 and season 3 very much teeter as far as like best seasons. Man. Because 3 was just 3 was classic 80s. It was so cool. I was obsessed with it. I had the season 3 movie poster.
Yeah, you had the Dustin and Steve dynamic. That was great.
And I'm pretty sure that was when I went to the pop-up. It was for that season. I believe. Yeah,
season 3. I would say probably 1 and 3 for me. 1 and 3, yeah. 1 and 3 for me is cool. One is forever. History. 1 is forever.
I think that you can only do so much with what you got, and as somebody that's in film, I already know as perfect as I want to make my stuff, and as much as I want to go, if I could put this and this and this and this in it, you can only do and make the film the film you can. So I think that's what happened in this case. There's a lot of stuff that they could have touched on, but I think that they just said, let's keep it general, and that's what they did. They had a general ending, and it might have not been what everybody had really hoped for, but it wasn't something that was completely bad. Because honestly, what other options did you really have? Either people are going to stay or they're going to die. Either 11 was going to stay or going to die, and if she was going to stay, then what? If she was going to have to run, Dr. K was going to have to do this whole thing, and they, you know what I mean? Like, there was so much that would have had to be written out if certain people would have stayed and gone, but I think they wanted to try to keep a lot of the characters there so that they can keep us happy, even though you took out the one character that probably should have stayed. And yeah, I think it's supposed to be something nostalgic, and I think in a deeper sense, it's supposed to teach us that we don't always get the things, the ending that we hope for, but we make the best of what we got, and we try to move forward with that. And so I'm not mad at it. Do I think it could be better? Absolutely. But I don't hate it. Stranger Things was definitely a part of my life, and a part of my 20s and into 30s. Definitely a part of his life because he was in it.
Definitely part of like 2 years of my life.
And I always have an appreciation for it. So season 5, final seasons, I think everybody's just trying to get to the finish line. Just be careful on that race. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady.
Well thought
out.
Well thought out plans and stuff wins the race. But what out of 10? What do you say?
Out of 10, I'm gonna give it its season 5 out of 10 for me.
Ooh.
For Stranger Things final season. Saison, because it was a lot of. I mean, y'all went to Dune set. Y'all went to Avatar set. Y'all went to a lot of sets, so it's 5 out of 10 for me. I'm glad that all the characters are okay. Overall, the whole series overall, 7 out of 10, 7.5 to 10.
Okay.
Maybe 8. Because I really do like the show. I really do like the show for what it's worth. It's a great story. It's just, a little limp to the finish line.
I'll give the season I'll give the whole thing in its entirety 8 out of 10 just because of the cultural impact of how far it's gone and how
it's just
far
amazing.
it's still going and how
amazing,
far reaching, and it's got cereal now, so that's just in itself. The season.
Yeah, 8 out of 10. But the season,
man.
You get the 5 because it's a really great shiz that happened in there that I really like. So that's where the 5 comes from.
I mean,
but the other 5, lack of cinematics, major holes in stories, arcs not fully completed.
They needed 10 miles back.
You should have put Joe Carey's song in there. To me, you shouldn't have used Prince's song. There was big chunks that I was like, but and it's not that I'm completely off of Stranger Things because there is a animation series coming. There's an animated series coming, and there's a spin-off series coming.
I'm not watching that. I don't really care about those spin-offs. I don't know. We might watch it if it gets big enough. I don't know, man. Like
we'll see.
It disappointed me so much how they might make another one.
Right. You guys can keep putting these out. Keep going with this.
Keep going with that.
I need about 20 seasons of this.
Hey,
20 seasons of this one.
That's it. That's it. That fits. That fits. Yeah, I mean, I give it I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 10. It's just too much that wasn't happening.
It's too much doing.
The one that the reason why it even goes up to a 4 is because you finally gave Will the voice to say what he wants to say. Mm-hmm. And I really like Dustin's story, so I think that's what really kind of gets me up there. Other than that, man, you kind of hold Steve. Jonathan gets hold throughout the whole thing. Nancy's still a heartbreaker. Jonathan deserves
so much better.
Mike doesn't get a resolution. 11 doesn't make sense for dying, and she never gets her happiness. Hopper should have met somebody else. Joyce should have met somebody else. Murray was in there for too long. Robin was in there for too long. Max should have died in season 4. Caleb would have found somebody new. I liked his story. He should have stayed in sports. I don't understand why you're too much of a jock. Whatever. I'm not even going to expound.
Because he didn't want to deal with that, but I get it. I get why he did that.
Whatever.
But I think Hopper should have died. I think Hopper should have died.
I mean,
I probably would have killed off
Jonathan. Did I miss anybody else?
I
don't think so. I think I got everybody.
But
I don't care about Holly, so I'm not gonna expound on her. Rob, yeah, I think I said Robin doesn't matter, but sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 4, but a hard 4, maybe a 5, maybe a 5 if I'm feeling jiggy.
We'll do 5. So it's 5 out of 10 for season 5, 8 out of 10 for entire series.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8.
But Stranger Things has been it's been really cool, and I think for you it's been a blessing. Just to be able to be there and meet some cool people.
Yeah,
and,
it's definitely expounded upon my love for film. So I will say it has a soft spot in my heart probably forever. But I wish it would have just ended better.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what goes on with the new spin-offs, and we'll be sure to make a review on that.
Man, look, dairy people. Anybody else that's listening in the higher up realms, can the dairy people? Can y'all make a story of old boy going to the Shining?
We will make a who?
Can y'all do that? The dude. How
we will get back. We are doing a whole nother video.
All right, I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I'll say that again in another video.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll do that. Thank you, Stranger Things. Thank you, Scott Jolliffe. Thank you, Dan Murphy. Thank you, all of the good people of the crews that I've met. Mark Sutherland and all of these people, all of these great people that I've learned from, and Juicers for Life for that. You probably see our name in some trucks and the crew things that we've done. That's amazing also.
Shout out to
it was fun.
X the Ghost for being cool enough to be a part of Stranger Things. I could not get on that set. In the 5 seasons, did not get on that set. Refused to shave my head because they were looking for 80s hairstyle. So
it was a hard show, so she didn't miss anything that would have been.
But shouts out to Chad, who was in my short film, who was also in there. I saw you back there behind Dustin. And shouts out to Dustin for holding my baby niece, who is now 7 years old.
Time flies.
Yeah, time really does fly. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We definitely enjoyed this. Can't believe Stranger Things is over. This is wild. But
I can't believe it's been 10 years, but yeah.
Can't believe it's been 10 years, right? That shit goes by so fast. But we'll be sure to holler at you guys. Check out our Welcome to Dairy, because now we got to do a video on Welcome to Dairy.
We got to do a Dairy one.
We will be doing that. I'll see if I can borrow.
We got to do a My Hero one too. We gonna have some other ones.
We'll have some other ones coming up. But we're so glad to be back with you guys. We're so excited. We know we rambled a lot, but it's because we missed y'all, and it's been a while since we caught up. But
happy New Year and happy 2026. Happy 2026. Happy
New Year.
holidays.
Thank you for welcoming the New Year with us for the 3rd time. I said it again. Okay. But yes, be sure to check us out. Like, subscribe, repost, all that jazz. Thank you to everybody who has been supporting us this whole entire time. We cannot thank you enough, and we truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. That is our time for today. As you all know, my name's Molly.
I am X the Ghost.
And we are the Black Icarus. Peace out.